Calling to order the Londonderry Town Council and Leech Library Trustees joint meeting. It is Thursday, February 5th, 2026. Everyone, please rise for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, tonight we are here to discuss and authorize the expenditure of $257,189 for Phase 1 of the Leech Library building repairs and remediation. This is the discussion among the Town Council and the Library Trustees. There's no public comment. If we need any input from the town officials, we may ask. Anybody want to start?
It's pretty straightforward
Okay.
now that I've got a chance to look over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at it, and I've looked at both, and I've also sat in today with REARC and try to get a idea of what's going on and stuff. So I'm good with it. I think this has to be done for the community, and we need to move forward on it, so.
I was glad to see that REARC actually provided a schedule for us.
Yep.
Came through this afternoon. Glad that they did so. When they were at the SAU meeting building on Tuesday, I had asked if they could provide that. I thought that would be helpful for this meeting going forward. I'm glad to see that they are planning for Phase 1 to be complete by March 6th. So I think that's a huge improvement.
agree.
Basically, 3 weeks.
Ted, sorry, it's May, not March.
Yeah.
Mid-May by the time everything gets done.
Be great.
Ted.
I'm reading
You're talking Phase 1.
I'm
Yeah,
talking Phase 1.
Yeah,
March.
Phase 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Phase 2,
My bad.
so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Phase 1 to at least get the library open
Yep.
is March.
Any other discussion? Or?
Yeah, out of the two, I like the REARC proposal the best. I think they've done a fabulous job with the school.
So keep in mind that we're here tonight to authorize the expenditure of the money. The library trustees will have to decide at 7 o'clock who they pick. But we can certainly recommend to them who we like, but we can't pick it.
Right.
Now, I'm a little confused on why they're deciding who to pick. In the past, the town and the town council had always managed the renovations of the library and always fall under our capital maintenance program.
Agreed.
So I'm not sure why the library trustees are deciding who they're picking.
I believe that Sean asked for a legal definition, and that email came back and said the library was in charge.
Okay.
And they don't have enough money to pay for the expenditures.
No.
So we're authorizing money to,
I guess the issue with that is, though, we own the building. And so, and we've always paid for the maintenance of the building and the other things in the past. I don't even know that this is a situation where they would even be liable for the building. And that's where I agree with Ted completely. I think it's,
I can say, Sean,
Yeah.
that
May I speak?
I'll be,
Yeah, absolutely.
as liaison, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to present to them, and I think we're all on the same page as far as the contractor that
Yeah.
they should be looking at. So.
it's not so much for this, it's for future things, because I think when it comes to the responsibility of this building, you know, if we don't get this leak fixed or everything else, it's going to come back to us. I just don't want there to be any misconception that something like this is gonna go on their budget. And that's what I just wanna make sure we're free and clear of.
Liz.
I personally feel very comfortable with having you guys, and, the town council decide, because you are paying the bills, you own the building, we reside in the building because you're gracious enough to allow us to. But, when you think about the liability and the responsibility, it's gonna go back on you if something happens bad. So I would say, we're certainly gonna be in there helping and doing anything we can to do it. But I think you guys should decide, who you want to choose. Do you ladies have a problem with that?
I think it's more about what legal has advised the town manager. I
Yes.
don't know that it's about preference, but
How about if we make an easy solution? We'll just say the town council recommends REARC, but we won't, they can still pick their own, because that's
Then
what I
we'll
was
go
told.
and vote
Yeah.
for, we'll accept
go ahead.
that.
I
Yeah.
will
Good.
say,
Hold on, let me just,
Yeah, please.
just for clarification, the library building is the responsibility of the trustees, which is why, as you articulated,
Yep.
Mr. Chair, they are responsible for deciding the construction
Correct.
management firm. You are
Correct.
responsible for authorization of the funds because they have to utilize our town funds.
Correct.
So that is your decision
Okay.
as a council this evening. Obviously, the trustees are here to discuss that portion, should that be necessary. But that is their responsibility with respect to the second objective this evening of picking the construction manager.
Agreed.
I will say, just for future procedural, if we have a legal opinion, I need to see the legal opinion before we get to the meeting.
It was
It has-
emailed.
It's been shared.
Okay.
It was emailed.
Well, there's been multiple different emails going around.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's the
emailed.
problem.
Just a-
is-
Understood, but this was provided back in December.
December, I think,
Yeah.
December
I believe
12th.
the town manager forwarded that to both parties in advance of this meeting.
Yeah, he did. He forwarded it to both libraries. Well, that's not why we're here today. We're not here to discuss that, but,
Yeah.
so, any further discussion on authorizing the $257,189 toward the repairs of the building?
I would just like to recommend, for my vast construction management experience, to please pick REARC to go forward and do the work. They've done a full extensive search of the building. They've done a much better job of assessing what needs to be done. They've done a much better job of analyzing out on their cost estimation upon where they will be spending the money, where I felt like Ekman didn't do their full due diligence that they could have done for us compared to what REARC was able to do in a short period of time. And if there's both high-quality companies, they both should have been able to have provided the same detail of work for cost estimation. And REARC certainly went above and beyond what they could have done in a short amount of time. That, and with working within the same space, that if the new SAU building gets approved at the March ballot, that they'll be working within the same space and same parameters. And it makes it a lot easier when you only have one contractor on site compared to two contractors that are fighting for space and butting heads.
To your point, Ted, and you know this stuff better than me, but even like buying supplies, wouldn't it be more cost effective if they've got to buy this much for the library and then this much for the SAU? Like the roofing materials, do you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't they get a better deal so it would be more cost effective for the contractor as having one as opposed to two?
Very well, potentially, but certainly it depends on what the material is and the timing of it and when it's needed.
Yeah, but
So,
I just think that could happen.
Any further discussion?
I have one question.
Go ahead.
What is the difference,
So, yeah, I saw her first.
She's the chair of the
Okay,
radio.
what is the difference in time frame of when each company could think that we could open the library again?
That's not why we're here tonight. Lou.
Okay,
Just so you know,
just the
that's for you
money.
guys to
Okay.
discuss.
And I do believe the second one didn't give a timeline.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I
Thank
saw
you.
you first.
That's
Yeah.
right. So,
Nancy?
I just wanted to thank the town council for having us here tonight. I know this is a big project. It was an unexpected project. I don't think any of us sitting in this room 6 months ago expected that we would be in this emergent of a situation. But here we are, and I, for one, am very grateful that you've had us here tonight and very grateful that you're willing to help us. So, thank you.
And I guess I want to add that, thank you, Ted, for your expertise and for, the way that you've analyzed who would be the best, group to go with. And we certainly respect your opinion, all of the town council's opinion, okay?
I saw Maura's hand.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. So on that, I read all of the stuff and I went through it and I was a little concerned because a lot of the things said TBD and they didn't
So-
know.
Maura, not to cut you off, but that question's for you guys at your meeting.
Well, no,
We're-
because
we're
I
here.
want to,
But we're here tonight to approve the
Just
money
the
for
money.
you guys
Just
to
do the
spend. We're
money.
not here to
I
answer.
want to ask why you recommended one over the other and how you felt about.
We
those
didn't
two.
recommend anybody.
You did.
We did not recommend anybody. Ted made a statement. The council did not recommend anybody.
Yep.
Ted made a statement.
It's a procedural thing. As
Yeah.
a body, we're
We're,
not.
we're here to approve the money tonight. We're not
Our
approving anything.
choice.
You guys have that decision to make at
Yes.
7 o'clock.
We understand that perfectly.
I will say I agree
Mr.
with
Chair?
Ted's assessment fully,
Yes.
but
Good.
I'll move that the Londonderry Town Council hereby authorizes the town manager to expend up to $257,189 towards repairing and remediating the Leech Library building, and further authorizes the town manager to enter into any contracts or agreements on behalf of the town of Londonderry which are necessary or desirable to effect the purpose of this vote.
I have a motion from Dan.
second.
Second from, I heard Sean first. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative. I will accept the motion to adjourn.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Motion
Second.
from Dan,
Second.
Second from Sean. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.